Hello everybody, I am the Counselor, going to be one of the casters here today for our League of Legends game starting at 3 o'clock.
And I'm John, welcome back. We had a great Valorant game, we're really excited to show you League of Legends. We're about to go to our bans, we'll see what Tiffin and I believe we are facing
Franklin.
We'll see what each team wants to ban. Franklin getting a little bit more information on us, seeing how we just played a game on Thursday. Let's see if they ban certain heroes, certain comps that we want to run, and vice versa from Tiffin.
I believe we're still definitely going to see that Anivia ban, and probably the Victor. People really don't like seeing our mid laner get his favorite AP picks, unfortunately.
Alright, we'll see. Looks like Tiffin gets the first ban.
As per usual with the blue side, and as we are the host of this site, I would assume. Hacker. That's an interesting ban. They've banned a super aggressive jungler here. That should set them up pretty nicely for some early game jungle play, maybe some quick rotates for objectives. Once again, banning the Anivia, as I mentioned before.
Alright, he goes back to Tiffin. We'll see what we want to ban next.
Deciding to go with the Malphite, taking out that top line tank so he can't play too safe. Safe option right there.
Think we'll see a ban of Orm, one of our pivotal players for our top laner?
Well, we will see. Our top laner actually prefers to play a lot of fighty characters, but Orn was just a nice little switch up in the way things are. See a ban here for Franklin, banning the Karma. Unfortunately, I don't believe that they yet know that our ADC player and our support player actually switched, so they're expecting to see the Karma. That ban was kind of a throwaway ban on their part.
Just good planning from Tiffin.
Good ban on the Akali there. Akali is a assassin, so super irritating to go up against. She can kind of like disappear, fly around, flip around things. See the Kai'Sa ban here. Once again, they think that our support player is playing ADC. Take out a comfort pick for them. Solid. Okay, there's the Yuumi pick. That's a really strong support right now in the meta, even though it is just a cat.
I love cats.
Oh, well, this cat, frankly, loves to just sit on top of people and just give them health and basic passive buffs just from existing. It's kind of refreshing.
Whatever works to him, Tupples gets that W in the end.
See the Thresh pick here. That's a really good pick. Thresh is a super good disabling support. He has a hook, and a lot of his kit plays around him landing those hooks. So we're gonna see if Franklin's super competent here. He's also a tank, you know, in his own way. Kindred playing for jungle. I would assume Kindred jungle. Super big burst, heavy AD damage side here so far, with a little bit of AP on the Thresh. See what Tiffin's gonna pick here. I would assume it's going to be like a Misfortune pick or Sivir, like we saw on our last game on Thursday. Yep.
As you just said, the Misfortune does come out.
Miss Fortune just coming out, of course, because she did recently get buffed in the recent patch, so she is super good right now, especially when paired with like the top support pick right now. So should be very nice to see.
Ready to go back as Tiffin gets his pick again. We'll see what we go.
We get an Aatrox. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Aatrox is a super tanky, durable, and fight-heavy engager slash initiator in the top side. Gonna be a super annoying opponent for whoever they pick. Mordekaiser. We saw how that matchup went last time on Thursday's game.
I saw Tiffin playing Mordekaiser last time. Didn't quite work out for us, but let's see if Franklin can use it.
See if they can utilize him better.
Alright, and it goes back to banning for Franklin. Let's see what they go for.
Once again, banning that Victor, really trying to strain our mid laner out here of his comfort picks.
Yeah, they're heavily targeting our mid laner. Maybe they think if they pressure, get him out of the comfort zone, we can just rush it down. But honestly, with the flexibility Tiffin has, I don't think it should be too much of a problem.
I don't believe that they're putting themselves in a super great scenario right here. See, there's the Set ban. Set is once again, kind of like Aatrox, a super top-heavy bruiser champ. Their goal is to like sit there and just be like a big sponge for damage. That's a good ban. The Yone is a good ban, but I don't believe we're taking Yone on this comp. So I don't believe that it is as valuable as it would be in, say, like another match here.
See, Tiffin getting the last ban. We'll see what we go for.
Banning Jinx after we've already picked our ADC. That's kind of a interesting ban. I'm sorry. That was our ban for them. I'm not reading properly.
Probably just trying to get Franklin out of the comfort zone. Maybe a good Jinx player. We never know. Go back to Tiffin. We'll see who we pick.
Franklin picking Yasuo for their mid lane, I do believe. Very strong character. He's also known as the O10 power spike, for even if he dies 10 times, he can always make a comeback. So his wind wall is going to be pretty critical here, for he can block Miss Fortune's ultimate in its entirety. Talia picked for our mid lane, very strong AD, an assassin type mid laner that can rotate to any lane with her ultimate, lets her drag herself across the ground here.
Yeah, good for rotations, good for set plays. See if Tiffin can take advantage of it. Alright, so going to the final two picks. We'll see who Tiffin picks for the last hero.
I'm honestly thinking that for the jungle here, they might go Sejuani. No, Lee Sin. That's a fun pick. See who Franklin picks here to counter that Lee Sin. Oh, I'm sorry, they already picked their jungler, so I guess it's just... Ugh. Okay, so it looks like Franklin here is trying to run the double support bot lane meta, which is where you have two people that can kind of bounce off each other and shield each other, and so their entire goal is just to survive. However, Miss Fortune and Yuumi are going to be a super aggressive, heavy-hitting bot lane here, and so we might not be able to see like much help or survivability. Plus that Lee Sin, who can just throw his Q out and dash onto you.
Yeah,
it's going to be a bit of a problem.
Ready?
Honestly, between these two comps, I do believe that Tiffin is actually looking for more of a aggressive kind of like team fight comp here, as opposed to what we had on Thursday. They have a lot more focused for like team fights. They have a lot of AoEs. They picked assassins this time around. We're looking at like a super heavy like we want to fight comp.
Yeah. And we'll just have to see, because again, we'll be here in a little bit with a 3-minute time frame, as again all these bans which we just saw come in age. So we'll be right back for when we can get back into the actual game.
Already moving into the game here, I do believe that while Tiffin does possess a very good heavy team fight comp, we can't deny the fact that they do have some pretty good team fighters themselves. They have Thresh and Seraphine, who are both zoners and CC'ers. They have Yasuo, who can just get in with a nice empowered Q, get off that ultimate, and then they have Kindred, who can really look for these picks here early because she's going to be rotating a whole lot per her passive ability. They also really don't want Kindred to get her free stacks that she gets. You'll see here on the mini-map there will be little kind of orbs that kind of appear around the map, and they possess special benefits to an extent that if Kindred kills enough of them, she will get like extra range or damage, things like that. So we're going to see a heavy tussle in the jungle here. Heavy jungle presences on both teams.
Yeah, as we see, much like it always is, we play it slow until the minions spawn, then you can start taking poke damage. Go, the first wave of minions to come in.
There is Lee Sin's ping. Brenna's wanting to start red buff fifth in the game, which means he's going to be taking that red buff and pathing upwards. Probably going to end up topside fighting for that scuttle with Kindred, or potentially probably going to be looking for a gank here after he does his clear.
Come. Alright. Here we go.
You can already see that kind of damage on that big health and big armored minion that Misfortune and Yumi are getting off there. They're going to have a lot of damage in that bottom lane, so if they're not careful bot side, they could easily get picked off here.
Yeah, as we see a little bit of brawling done through our top and mid laner, not too much, don't want to overcommit. And here we, as we see, and as you were right, it looks like their bottom lane's pretty well contested here.
Aatrox and Mordekaiser are going to be a very heavy trade, like in their lane they're going to be trading a whole lot. However, there will be a point where there is a point of no return, as there is in most matches of League of Legends. That goes for casual to ranked play to pro play.
Looks like we're gigging up on our mid laner here.
Already getting a gank here, throwing out that Q,
so
closing
low.
that distance, popping that Dark Harvest stack, getting a free Dark Harvest stack on Talia there in that early game is going to be huge.
Another big brawl coming in the top, but it looks like we're just exchanging blows.
For the most part, that is unfortunately what top lane devolves to. It is just two big, muscly people beating each other to death.
And as you said, our bottom laner is by themselves, but looks like they're holding their own. Just try to keep them back, make sure they don't have any good advantage. And that mid laner's still half HP. He could be stunned.
Talia knocking him airborne, hitting him with the ignite, cutting out that heal he has.
Another big brawl in the top laner.
Meanwhile, topside, Aatrox baiting out that passive of his, trying to get that extra regeneration.
And as you said, looks like our mid laner is getting pressured by herself as well, able to get out alive.
Unfortunately, I do think that Franklin could have ran down Talia there, but I think that they were afraid of the consequences that might have had, especially with them not knowing where Lee Sin is this early in the game.
Yeah, a lot of good poke is coming out from Tiffin here. Their top laners have, if I remember right, their mid laners also pretty low HP. Good point. There's health bars on the side. You have two people at about half HP. Pretty healthy here for Tiffin. So this could be a big engagement for Tiffin here, knowing that we're higher health.
Here comes
as we just said,
immediate gank. Oh, unfortunately he did miss that Q, so he will back out of here.
Yeah.
But that was a good extra poke there.
Yeah, and as you said, we're just trying to make sure we can look for a good advantage. And more poking, more prodding, trying to see if one team oversteps their bounds.
Talia over here trying to get that extra cast. Oh, unfortunately,
again,
Kindred will gank.
Good
and that will be a forced flash. Oh, Kindred actually
pulls him
almost
in.
goes
Gets him
down here.
To 1 HP.
Giving our mid lane that yet another Dark Harvest stack, which is going to give them extra AP whenever they start going into fight here.
Yeah,
might be the death of the Yasuo.
Their mid laner is still pretty low, and so is their top laner. They're putting all their marbles basically into their bottom lane, but bottom lane seems to be pretty well contested.
As you can see here on the mini-map, we actually see Bruno in the enemy jungle here taking the Raptor pit, probably going to be looking for a mid gank right after. Actually, maybe not, because the mid laner is backing here.
Gets half HP again. Can they capitalize? He gets so low. Nice pull in.
1v1
1 HP, but does not look like he can capitalize. But good turret damage.
He did cram that wave under the turret, making it harder for Mordekaiser to CC.
He's so low. He is literally 1 HP.
Aatrox looking for his level 6 here so he can get that free gank and health regen. Or sorry, not free gank, free dive and health regeneration, because it does give him a big move speed bonus.
There it is, and the first blood goes to Tiffin.
Mordekaiser killing himself there. Mordekaiser's E was actually just longer than Aatrox's Q there, but he does pull Aatrox under and gets himself Q'd, killing himself in the process.
Yeah, it's still a first blood for Tiffin, and we do see an early gold advantage for Tiffin here.
Especially with that first blood gold, that's an extra 200 on that first kill.
Absolutely. Still see an absolute brawl in the bottom lane. No one getting a clear advantage just yet.
The moment the advantage happens is when Thresh lands that first hook, which he does land. Hook. Going in, diving into that misfortune. Yuumi hopping off, trying to get that extra mana regen.
And it is able to escape.
Cadenator picking a fight with the Kindred Waffle Mechanic here in the jungle.
Yeah, there's a really good escape from our bottom laner there.
Waffle is attempting to deward the drag pit, but that might have been a golden opportunity for them to take this drag here.
Misses the hook on the actual player, but does hit one of our minions.
Lee Sin looking to push the wave here to help our mid lane.
And as we get in, it's just an absolute brawl, just waiting for one team to make more of an advantage. It looks like our top laner did get a little bit of it, like a little bit of good turret damage off of it. And it looks like there's another brawl for it. Just back and forth.
Mordekaiser, was that an ult? I
don't know, but
it looks like Mordekaiser did ult Talia rotating topside.
Yeah, to help him out. He gets some half HP.
That is a wall. He can't run past it. Aatrox landing that Q. Unfortunately, he does go down a second time.
Yeah, and there's a really good rotation up to him to help our other player. Giving our top lane for free, you could probably get some good turret damage now.
Misfortune and Yuumi over here simply just looking to CS, not even worry about killing their opponents here.
Yeah, as long as we just keep them at bay, keep them back, and just, again, keep them at bay, we can probably just poke them out.
Unfortunately, the truth here is that with ADCs, they don't really get their main power spikes until they reach level 6 here. So, Misfortune's really hunting that level 6, and then she would like to go in, I bet.
Yeah, I'm having to back out because all of our summons are dead. Looks like these get a little bit of damage. We'll get a little bit of damage onto the tower, not too much. And just get back to the poking and prodding game.
As you watch the mini-map here, there's a small red dot with a white swirl around it here in the jungle. And what that signifies there is that that's where Kindred more than likely will be headed to for her passive. So there's probably going to be a lot of fighting here because Kindred has to constantly invade the enemy jungle in order to get those stacks.
Yeah. Looks like these levels are pretty equal for Tiffin here, and for, I don't remember who we're facing, to be honest. Franklin, yeah, that's right. Another gank up onto the top lane. Gets him really low. Nice pull in.
Unfortunately, Mordekaiser he's already so far behind. He can't make that comeback. He's already put into a hole. Mordekaiser's really just going to be hunting for people to ult at this point, just trying to make sure that they don't get their abilities off and that he could just get that extra damage from them. Lee Sin here, 1v1ing Shelly, punching her in the back of the head.
It definitely seems like we're not going for the Drake, so it looks like Franklin might take it. There it is.
She does take it with help of the Thresh and the Seraphine.
Yeah, but let's taking Shelly, or the opportunity to take Shelly, we may be able to do pretty good. And this is great turret damage.
Getting 2 plates off there, going for a third.
Any good damage here is great.
I believe there are pings in the mid lane, or near it at least, for the Raptor Pit. Kindred was looking to invade, trying to take those Raptors, for they are marked. Talia fighting back. Lee Sin going in.
Coming in, he comes to half HP.
Forcing her immediately to pop her ult. Kindred's ultimate gives immortality to those that stand in and get to a certain health percentage.
And they're still chasing here. We could possibly catch him out.
We also did block Lee Sin's Q there.
And we all come in to help our teammate here. But it does look like we back off a little bit, making sure we go back to our bottom, mid, and top lanes to make sure we don't overcommit. We get him so low, but again, it forces him just to back off. This is great timing and great place for Tiffin. Again, we have such a big gold advantage right now. We have about 2,000 gold, which could help us purchase more supplies and do more damage. And good poke into the mid lane tower. Oh, it misses the chain hook.
Thresh does miss the hook. He walks under turret, takes an extra shot. Misfortune goes in for that immediate passive proc, using it on Seraphine now. Seraphine does miss her root. Misfortune putting on the pressure
Bailey
here.
coming in.
Here comes Lee Sin. Probably going to land that Q. He is exhausted. Misfortune ult does miss. Seraphine hits Misfortune with her ult. Lee Sin jumping between two people. Lee Sin is rooted and ignited. He will not heal as quickly, but he does manage to get away.
That nice pull into our team. Good damage onto another one. There's another plate gone. This is great from our top laner. Just absolutely out-brawling theirs.
The best part is he's continuously ramming that wave underneath that turret, forcing him to get those last hits or miss all the gold entirely.
Yeah, and as long as if we keep doing that rotation, that tower will fall eventually. Alrighty, and again, just another good consolidation in our bottom lane, just keeping them at bay.
Talia over here taking the Gromp. Unfortunately, she will get spotted by the Kindred, and Kindred's going to go in.
Gets him. They're both about half HP. He just get away. He's so low.
Talia
does fall.
does take that extra burn damage that the jungler does possess with their item, and I do believe that Kindred was holding onto a red buff as well, which is going to get that extra burn and that health regeneration, gave her that advantage in that fight. Lee Sin there was just checking to see if she was on wolves.
And as you can see, minions are doing some good damage to our mid tower here. I don't think it'll go down too much, but still, it's good great poke damage. Oh, we might see a good consolidation in the top lane.
Lee Sin's wandering around with Shelly in his back pocket, waiting to see which lane he should take it to.
I think he should get to the top lane, because if they take that tower, we can put major advantage.
I do believe he is taking
Here
the top
it is.
side.
I think he's got to pop it.
There is the Herald pop. Shelly.
Here they come. Let's see if we can take the tower off of it. I believe it. Yep, Franklin looks like they're just going to back off. There we go. Now, that's a big gold advantage.
Shelly can get a total of about 3 charges off before she dies. So they're looking to guide her underneath for the second charge, and then they're probably just going to let her die, because that's the most effective use for Shelly.
Yeah,
Boom,
that's
gets the second charge off.
Huge damage.
Cadenator once again getting picked up in the mid lane.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
will fall down. But I think that's a pretty good trade there. Just huge damage, breaking that one turret, then huge damage on the other one. Sure, we lose one, and we're taking some poke damage onto our mid, but that's really good advantages for Tiffin here. Again, we're just climbing our gold lead more and more.
Kindred's, Franklin's jungler, Waffle Mechanic, of course, just dewarding there in the bottom river, wanting to make sure that they're not seen pathing into the enemy side jungle here for these steals of their various jungle monsters.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, has the Drake spawned again?
The Drake has a 5-minute cooldown, so I'd say here in about a minute or so, the next dragon will be up, and I do not know which dragon it is.
I don't know, but you definitely saw Tiffin give the first one up. Do you think we'll take an advantage and try to go for the next one?
Well, it seems here going in for the fight. Seraphine immediately landing that ult. Misfortune flashing out, getting ignited, going down.
That's a good punch from Franklin, and looks like everyone's consolidating.
It does look like Lee Sin has an opportunity to go in, and he does! Aatrox coming in for the gank as well!
Huge consolidation, they're all so low.
Forcing that Kindred ultimate.
It's Aatrox going in. Chaos here.
Aiming for that Thresh, but Seraphine's going to probably make it out alive.
Good double.
Unfortunately, the Yuumi does steal both of those kills.
Hey, I mean, kills are kills. That was a really good consolidation. They did go down. We did lose one, but just that turnaround killing 2 is huge.
But unfortunately, in this scenario, in terms of like what type of game this is, that Yuumi taking those kills is a pretty big dip, because that's like 400 gold going to the Yuumi.
Yeah, but as we said, as I was talking about earlier, the dragon does spawn, and because of the 2v1 advantage, we can just take the free dragon.
That is a Hex deck dragon, I do believe, that they just took, which is going to give them 6% attack speed and a 6 ability haste, which is going to help their spells come off cooldown sooner. They're looking to get Sheila here, Shelly's older sister.
And it looks like we're consolidating maybe for a top lane.
Thresh does miss his hook. He goes in with the flay to pull him down. Aatrox simply using his W, saying, "Get away from me," letting him walk away with his life here, it does seem.
Yeah.
Top laner not wanting to claim another soul.
I'm surprised a little bit, even though that they're getting a little bit back up. There's a level 8 against level 11. I would assume the advantages for at least damage and health would be pretty in favor of Tiffin there.
Oh, well, for sure. Aatrox was definitely a heavy damage-dealing champion as well. And that's not a favorable matchup for Thresh to be in, but he just wanted to make sure he backed away from the turret because he couldn't have stopped him otherwise.
Alright, looks like Tiffin's giving a little bit of space here to take down Shelly's older sister. Might take some turret damage, but honestly, I think it's worth it if we can just take that monster, summon it in, and take more advantages.
That is correct. It does put a lot of pressure because it makes... Whenever you put down a Rift Herald, it begs the question, are you going to lose this turret or this lane, or are you going to come here and fight us?
Looks like we're fought in the Thunderdome.
Seraphine landing that ultimate, charming him. Kindred coming down, looking to see if they can try to drop her opponent. Unfortunately, they cannot, for he is standing under turret. Yasuo also rotating down.
And just as I was saying, looks like that turret will be going down pretty fast.
Yasuo rotating from bot lane to mid here, looking to see if he can join this team fight. Lee Sin did get ulted by Mordekaiser, but it does not seem that Mordekaiser's ultimate will be used to steal any stats here. But Lee Sin does go down.
Yeah. And let's see if they can take any more advantage. That's another one that does go down. But nice wall that's set up. Unable to pull him forward, but again, with 3 of them being mid, I wouldn't be surprised if they put some heavy damage onto that tower.
And we did take that mid T1, and it does look like Sheila actually did end up getting off that second charge there in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser here dewarding the Baron Nashor pit for after the 2 Rift Heralds, there will no longer be a Rift Herald on the map. There's just not enough time for it, so we're going to see a Baron potentially come up here and maybe a fight over Baron Nashor.
Yeah. And we definitely have to see what Tiffin has the strategy next, because again, we have a significant gold lead. Let's see if we take that with any more items or any more spells to take any more advantages. But more poking and prodding, trying to get these next levels. And as I said, these levels are looking pretty close now. We do have one person on both sides already level 12. Next one's level 11 and level 10. So it looks like we're almost exactly the same levels across the board.
Gets that big burst Q shot on Yasuo.
Yeah, forcing to back off. Looks like we might lose the tower here.
Aatrox going in for the dive maybe on them, popping his ultimate, going straight for Thresh, getting ulted by Seraphine. Thresh can no longer run away. He's right underneath Aatrox's whim. Aatrox is just going to just beat him to death.
Yeah, I'm going to say. A blue turret does go down. I believe that.
Thresh actually surviving a lot longer than he probably should. Okay, the kill is given to Misfortune.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we did lose a tower. I'm not sure which one we lost, but we did have one go down. But this, if we put damage into the tower, this could be massive. We are backing off a little bit, but again, this tower should go down, and indeed it does. That's a big advantage. We have 3 towers to Franklin's 1. We even have the same dragon advantage as well. Although on our top tower, we are taking a little bit of damage. He may take that tower for free. It does look like he will, yeah.
It does seem that Talia is
looks like they should be collapsed on. He just collapsed.
He did use his ult on Talia, but Talia is unfortunately a really slippery champion. He's not going to be able to catch her. He is going to be forced to flash, and he's going to get ran down by the Aatrox here.
Yeah, he just dies. He overstays his welcome a little bit, but does take down that tower. But so honestly, that trade is not too bad. Your life for a tower gives you a little bit more space to work with.
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't just his life for a tower. He did burn his flash there because he did think he was going to escape, which means he no longer has his ability to teleport. He burned his ultimate, and he died there, giving the Aatrox another 200 gold.
That is true. That is true, but we do see a $350 bounty onto one of our players.
Franklin here looking to take the Ocean Drake, which is going to give them 6 HP regen, 6% HP regen for their missing health.
May go for a steal here.
Does look like we are making this steal for a play for a steal.
It's so low. Let's see.
Is stopped with the Seraphine R. Lee Sin does steal.
But blue team does steal the dragon.
And in turn, Kindred went down as well. Seraphine does get hit with the Yumi ult 3 times.
This is so much damage.
Seraphine does get hit with the Yumi ult 3 times there, making her get rooted in place for a couple of seconds, which does actually end up being her demise. Thresh also ended up getting picked in that fight, right there by the Rift Scuttle, or by the Scuttlebug, I'm sorry. Or by the green crab, as it is dubbed.
Yeah, but honestly, that was a pretty good trip. He stole the dragon, takes on a turret. Tiffin's doing pretty good here. They have 10 kills to Franklin's 5. So we're doing some more poke into the bottom lane tower. But smartly, we're backing it off here. Looks like we are going for. I don't remember quite what that monster is called, but looks like we might. No, we're not.
They are looking for a setup for Baron Nashor, and it's because all 5 of them are now up again that we cannot force that take. That fight alone was pretty risky last time in the drag pit. It was, and it did result in being a victory, but you can't rely on every fight being that way, especially with Mordekaiser who can single out one of your players.
Oh, absolutely. And it did look like we did expend some ultimates on that fight for the dragon anyway, so we might want to wait to have those recharge. But so far, Tiffin looking pretty strong here. These level advantages are really great. We currently have 2 to 3 people on level 13 and people not so far behind. Poking on the other people, trying to make sure they can't take any more. This could have been a consolidation, but looks like we just smartly back off here. Alright, looks like, yeah, just more poking, more prodding, waiting for anyone to overstep their bounds.
This is the way Aatrox trying to solo push top lane, get that extra free farm when he's solo laning. Tally over here exploiting our side jungle.
Yeah, we will lose a tower.
And they do claim a bounty on that tower as well.
Yeah. So we only have one more tower advantage over them, but again, we look at our gold advantage, it's still pretty good. Does look like we might be going for that Baronet. Never mind, looks like we're just trying to go mid. Alright, we may see another fight here soon.
Now, we did see Kindred just there, inside of Raptor Pit, taking her Raptors. We're looking to take Baron Nashor here to avoid letting them get the chance to even take the bounty gold there. But maybe Franklin would look for a steal here, just like how we stole their dragon.
Yeah, we're trying to do as much damage as fast as possible. Here they come. They could be coming in. 13,800, but no, blue team does take the Baron Nashor.
Just immediately dashes in, does kill it. Kindred ults herself and gets picked off in the process.
Oh, what an ultimate.
Big team fight ultimates. All of the ults are procced here. Aatrox there popping up for regeneration and move speed. Gonna use that extra move speed to try to run down Mordekaiser. Unfortunately does miss his 3rd stack on his combo.
He's about to get consolidated on, and this could be a good team wipe for Tiffin. This is a team wipe.
Down goes Seraphine. Mordekaiser 1v2ing, does eventually get rotated on and does go down.
That's a huge team wipe. Tiffin can just take this so aggressive now, taking out so many towers and so much damage. They could be rushing just for the mid. Franklin's just now starting to get back their players, but Tiffin already doing so much work on their spawn. This is so huge for them. And again, with the Baron Nashor going down, we do get those buffs. But it does look like Tiffin wisely just backs off, takes those 2 big pokes.
It does seem that next Ocean Drake is going to be up here in a minute, so they're probably looking to reset for that dragon, looking to get that 3rd dragon. This time playing more for Soul than they usually did.
Yeah, again, this is looking great for Tiffin. Again, I'm saying again, these level advantages are huge. The closest person on Franklin is 14 and 13, but almost across the board we have level 12 and level 13s.
It does seem like Kindred is on her Gromp here, taking that big old frog for a test drive. She does get rotated on by Talia here. Get some rocks thrown in her face for her troubles.
And looks like we're just waiting for that blue dragon, the ocean dragon to spawn. We could be taking it for it fast. So far, these takes have been huge for Tiffin. Franklin has not been able to really contest them too much.
No, it doesn't seem like they want to contest for this dragon either, and rotating nobody down there. Now, if somebody does rotate the drag pit, we will see them because we do have vision up in their side of the jungle. But it does seem like they're giving away this dragon because they know they can't fight for it.
We almost have a 10,000 gold lead. Now, mind you,
I believe this Thresh kill is going to push us over a 10,000. Oh, no, unfortunately, never mind.
Just get out.
He does use his flash to get out of there over the wall. Thresh walks back, though, trying to steal the blue buff, I think, from Talia here. But Talia does far more damage than him.
About to say, like, it may look like he's trying to bait people in for his teammates, but honestly, again, I think we could take the team fight. And it looks like we are about to see a big one in the mid.
Aatrox does get hit with a couple of Qs there. He does get hit with a second knockup from Yasuo. Yasuo not wanting to ult to go in on him.
Off screen, another turn goes down for against Tiffin here, or for Tiffin more. Again, Tiffin just consolidating all over the place. They can't.
Yasuo is doing a really good job of hitting these Qs, but it does not seem like he wants to initiate.
And one person goes down for free before the fight even really starts. This could be huge. Again, Tiffin has 16 kills to Franklin's 5. This is huge for Tiffin, taking all this poke, all this advantage. Another turn goes down.
This time they're trying to take I guess they did it before. 2 inhibitors down. That means it's going to be 2 waves of super minions coming down each lane.
Yeah, this could be huge. Another big team fight, and Tiffin just seems like coming up on top.
Kindred drops her ultimate, her W, everything. She's just throwing everything she can at him, but unfortunately she goes down with the rest.
And it's a team wipe. This could be it.
I do believe this is it. Oh wait, never mind. Seraphine's back alive. Oh, Aatrox does go down to turret there. Seraphine does get a nice R in.
No matter what, this is huge for Tiffin.
There.
This is huge. We get everything down, and we could do damage. This could be it. This could be the game. Or the first game.
GG's already put in chat.
Yeah, this is GG. What a nice play from Tiffin. Absolutely just defeating them in the neutral. Then once we get into those heavy team fights, we just keep coming on top, getting people stunned, just keeping them in place, and just able to get so many aggressive kills.
A lot of those with the fact that team fight comp folded together really well. Really nice with all those different characters they had there.
Absolutely, and I can't say any that Franklin had anything that could work against them. They had their highest player had 3 kills, and their only player had 10,000 damage. We almost had several 20,000. Like, this is just putting on an absolute show from Tiffin. They're doing so well in these mid fights. And we'll have to see what they have for planned for game 2. Let's see if Franklin bans any of these other heroes that we chose to see.
I do believe they will be looking to ban that Aatrox and Talia, potentially.
Potentially.
Definitely more that Aatrox. That Aatrox probably definitely made them really upset. Especially with the fact that he was 1v1ing that entire time. Just really reaming into that Mordekaiser. Not letting him play the game he wanted to play. Especially since Mordekaiser's a really control-heavy character. He has a nice AP damage. He has that W that lets him buff himself and gives him health. He really just wanted to get those shutdowns. His ultimates, he was never able to kill anybody in that. Wasn't able to go from that. Really just a bad game for that Mordekaiser. There's also the fact that Kindred always looking for those invades, but unfortunately every time she went for one of them, just somebody would jump on her and they would just consolidate and try to kill that Kindred right then and there.
It just seems like Tiffin knew the aggression we had to take against Franklin and use that, because you would see their bottom laners just push up, try to take advantage, and then you would see us swing down and collapse on them, wipe them out, and then take an advantage 3v5.
Exactly, and that's exactly how that team fight comp was really supposed to work, and they did a really good job of playing it.
Absolutely. I guess we'll be right back with game 2. We'll be right back for the bans.
fight you can't win. I return to my training. No cure for fools.
I am the one to fear.
Alrighty, as we head into our second game, I'm really excited to see what Tiffin has for us this time. Let's see if you go for another quick aggression. Alright, as we go to our respected lanes, we'll see what everyone has planned to do.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
And it's just like last time, everyone's just waiting for those minions to spawn before they take a first fight.
Those look like Karthus will be starting red buff for that health regeneration and that DOT.
Just jamming around. Here we go, here comes the first wave.
Aatrox has joined them, also wanting to have some of the fun here. Very much so approving of this dubstep remix going on in front of him.
As you see, like, nothing really happens the first good 2 minutes. Little poking, little prodding, but everyone just waiting for things to spawn in. And we're underway.
The Karthus Q with like a 0.5 second cooldown, constantly just really hammering down at that red buff.
See the Mordekaiser just sticking that top lane as he keep brawling.
You know, bot lane's going to be a very interesting matchup because Zeri is notorious for being so fast so you can't really like touch her. But they pick champions that kind of need.
Oh,
to
we get a
touch.
first fast engagement. Oh, we're getting kind of low here.
Well,
Slightly back.
Mordekaiser did get the level 2 power spike there, so he did force him back. And it looks like with bot lane, they got the level 2 power spike, so they did force them back there.
Yeah. But look again, just more poking, more prodding, getting a little bit of damage done on the towers. Again, being half HP. Alright, again, backing off. Don't want to overcommit.
And now Aatrox's passive is that every time he strikes within a certain time range, he receives health back.
Oh yeah, probably just wanting to gain health back. Just make sure we hit nice and healthy, so no one can take advantage of him.
Looks like he's going to commit to this fight here, going in on the Mordekaiser, forcing him to abuse his W there or take more damage.
And just again an absolute brawl.
Meanwhile,
it is rooted, but I don't think they can take advantage of it.
Zed and Nico here are going to be throwing. They're both playing disc golf, fighting with each other like that.
Just more hits back and forth from these two top laners.
Zeri does get rooted. Nautilus misses the hook. Unfortunately.
Yeah, just a little off to the side. That could have been a really big opening for Franklin there. Oh, and they weirdly meet each other in the mid.
Meet each other in this bot side jungle like that. This could be the end of Karthus here, but he does get help from his ADC.
Does get help, yeah.
Oh my
and
goodness, he does go down. Karthus passive activating, and she will get picked up as well by the Lulu.
Yeah, and looks like that was a really good engagement from Tiffin there. Good hook onto them, trying to get them low. Will they be able to take him out? Doesn't appear so. Her stun, getting them continuously low, but smartly backing it up. Mordekaiser missing his abilities there.
Mordekaiser is going to be left in a really bad position if he keeps letting himself get poked and prodded by this Aatrox.
Yeah, just more damage is going off of them, more chip damage. As you said, Aatrox just gives his health back after each hit. Should be huge.
Karthus getting run down by Kindred, but Kindred slowly realizing that there's a reason that Karthus does so much damage.
Yeah. And again, just more fighting in this top lane. I don't think anyone wants to give up a single inch. Just trading blow for blow.
Aatrox always going to have the advantage with his knockups, much easier to hit than Mordekaiser's abilities.
It's misses it there, but again, just more poke onto that Mordekaiser.
Aatrox probably hunting for his level 6 here, looking to get that really quick gank. Or I'm sorry, I keep calling it gank. Real quick kill pressure from his level 6 ability, giving him that move speed and health regeneration that could just allow him to take on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser wanting to do the vice versa, wanting his ultimate so he could try to keep Aatrox from getting underneath his turret.
Yeah, and again, just more poking, more prodding, looking for someone to get advantage. That's a good route there. He will be, does look like he might be going down. He's so low, does go down to their the bottom lane, but smartly they back off, don't want to give too much of an advantage. Good pull-in.
Aatrox and Mordekaiser once again fighting. Aatrox regenerating off that Mordekaiser, kind of like he's a blood bag for him.
Yeah, but it looks like that Mordekaiser does get a level 6 advantage, but...
Here comes Karthus walking top.
He gets him. He's about half HP. He might be able to take advantage of him.
Yes, but unfortunately, Karthus is a very immobile champion. He doesn't really have any things that allow him to close in. Now Zed is. Zed did use his ult there. Nico also used her ult there, but the difference between the two is that Zed hit his ultimate and Nico used hers to scare away the Zed there. So.
Yeah, and again, just a little bit more fighting. Looks like we didn't even see the dragon come in.
It spawns every 5 minutes, and then every 5 minutes after that, after it's killed. So yeah. They did take a cloud dragon, which is like, in my opinion,
a movement buff, right?
It is a movement buff, but it's also the most useless dragon of the bunch. I think that out of all of the dragons that you could get, Cloud Drake is definitely up there on being like pointless.
I mean, we saw last time that Franklin did get the dragon, the first dragon, but it didn't end up helping them much. You do see a pretty close gold here. Both sides. Smart for the Markets to back off. Does not want to take that 2v1. We're poking more prodding, waiting for someone to take advantage of in the bottom lane. Misses the hook.
That was a good dash on Zeri. Mordekaiser pushing mid.
Some damage onto that mid tower. Smartly about to back.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was Nico, right? I completely forgot that she had the ability to become people on her team.
I mean, that's still good damage onto that tower. They possibly can take a plate off. Good hook onto him, gets rooted. The question is, can they take advantage of it? Does not appear so. More of just a big fight in the top lane.
Mordekaiser did use his ult here. He did take some of Aatrox's stats. Will he be able to kill Aatrox?
Aatrox is so low here. We're just able to get away.
That Dorn's shield really providing him that extra health regeneration whenever he gets struck. Really letting him not die to that Mordekaiser for a really long time.
Yeah, he was so low there, but just able to sneak away, back out, get health regen. And honestly, just more poking, more punting. No team has a really clear advantage yet. See which team pushes the pressure on first, or even just goes for misplay.
Now I do believe that if Karthus if he is able to like really get big in this and thrive in this jungle,
another fight between Mordekaiser, but
this time with help from Kindred. Kindred practically doing all the work there.
Yeah, and they may take Shelly there. This could be big. This could be big for Franklin. Damage onto that Nico, which is able to escape. Up to see where that Shelly goes, because I think they could be damaging her, but we never know. They are, but it looks like Tippin may go for a steal. They do steal it. That is so unfortunate. The question is, can they take her down as well? They do. That a huge play from Canadiator there, taking the Shelly and killing the top the mid lane.
Enemy jungler.
But still, that's a big play there. Question is, where will they unleash that beast?
Potentially in mid lane because it is his lane. Wants to push it out. Yep, there it is.
There it is. That's
There
gonna be
she
huge
is.
damage.
Hello, Shelly. Shelly, my beloved. Going for that charge. Taking
That's
out 2
such
plates
big
immediately.
damage.
K-Nader probably going to make a play here for the 3rd plate, and he does, and he gets away with it.
That was such good damage onto that mid tower. Takes it more than half HP dead. Giving Tiffin a little bit of a gold advantage. Missing the hook.
Now, what's always funny that plays through my mind whenever I see a Nautilus swing a hook and miss is that when Nautilus connects with a wall with that hook, he pulls himself to it. And so there's always that, I guess, kind of like fear in my mind that someone's going to get pulled here. Mordekaiser once again proccing that ultimate, Aatrox ulting in return.
And
Just trying to survive here.
Yeah, more just all out brawling here. He's getting so low.
Mordekaiser got a blasting wand, which is going to give him a buttload of AP damage here. Lulu does get hit with the ultimate there. Nautilus trying to make sure that they can try to keep him rooted long enough to get that kill. Unfortunately, it does not happen. Lulu does get put into a position where she's about to die.
Again,
Zeri putting herself in between Nautilus and Lulu. Zeri now running down the Nautilus, going in with the Q spam.
He's gonna be so low.
Nautilus using his flash, getting picked off. Seraphine getting run down without her flash up.
I say they maybe take both of them and they do take both of them down. That gives a free bottom lane. Probably just gonna back off, take a little bit of poke damage onto the tower, but with it being so low. Does look like we're backing off that bottom lane, just regenerating up and giving it a little bit of time. Good damage, good gold advantage too off of those good kills. Right now, it just looks like both teams are just feeling each other out, not wanting to fully commit yet. It's hard to say who has a big advantage. Does look like a dragon might be spawning soon. Not sure which type or where, but it does look like one will be spawning soon.
It looks like it's a Hex Tech Dragon, and it's already up. Kindred already looking to make plays for that dragon.
Yeah, we'll see who can take it, because this could be big for either team.
Tiffin getting rid of that vision that they have on Drag Pit. Karthus already committing to it. They don't know where Kindred is. They don't know where Kindred is, so they're going to pull up the dragon there and try to whittle it down before going in for the smite. Nautilus, I'm sorry.
Might go for a steal here, but
Franklin's
honestly,
bot lane walking it up.
Okay,
nope,
they back off
straight
of
to
it.
red
That's
team.
smart.
And Kindred used her jump to jump over the wall there, but it does seem that she does get away.
That's smart. I think that's smart from Franklin, because these last 2 times they've gone for steals, or Tiffin gone for a steal play, has gone in Tiffin's favor. So a little bit more disciplined play here from Tiffin. So we'll see what Franklin has to do for adapting, which we'll have to see. Oh, they meet in the mid.
K-Nader versus Mordekaiser here, getting that
But
extra
one person
AD
gets
in
help.
for. Oof, there goes the pop on the Zed ult. Aatrox 1v1ing
So
now inside of
low.
Mordekaiser's realm, getting ran down here, using a flash to escape.
I don't think they can.
K-Nader keeping the pressure on, getting pulled on her turret there.
Yeah, they can't capitalize on the so low HP. That's really smart. Just to gang up on the 2v1 potentially may have gone down.
Well, honestly, it was just a really good build choice with the Mordekaiser. He made the steel-plated steel caps right there, as you can see in his little bar, the little boots. That's giving him enough physical resistance to avoid taking that extra physical damage that would have probably gotten him killed there from the Zed.
And we did see a little bit of good damage from that Iniko onto that mid tower. I'm not quite sure how much health it has, but it's pretty. From what I saw, it was at least less than half. It looks like they're with the gang up on our top laner. Let's see if Aatrox can get out of there. Does this flash get away? Marley just backing up. Both teams again not wanting to commit too much.
Now there are 3 topside, and K-Nader and looks like Brenno's coming in to come help.
Yeah, this is a huge fight, but looks like one does go down, or
Nico
Aatrox
did in
does
fact
go
pick
down.
the Aatrox here.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of over-aggression there from Tiffin, but let's see if Frankie can aggress onto our tower. No, it looks like they're just gonna back off of it. And we do see Tiffin still with a little bit of a gold advantage, but honestly not too much right now. You see our kills are equal, 4-4, pretty close to them compared to last time. Big commitment onto the Mordekaiser, gets him very low. Does not look like they can... Oh, he's 1 HP, but does not look like they can take advantage of him being so low. Does look like the levels may be in a bit of favor for Franklin here. They have 2 level 11s compared to Tiffin's only 2 level 10s, but so far no big commitments. Oh, never mind. It looks like they're going heavy onto our tower. Not quite sure how much damage he did. Just more poking and prodding. Looks like the Atrix and the Mordekaiser are just staring at each other, waiting for one person to engage, use their abilities. But yet... no one doing very much right now. It's probably just waiting for more to spawn, get some more levels. Just more, again, it's it again, more poking and prodding. No one wants to go too far. Next dragon should be spawning in soon. Let's see which team can go for it. Looks like we're good to see a commitment from the mid lane. We have 3 Tiffin members in the mid. Let's see if they start going onto them. Oh, it looks like they're going up to the top. They are taking on Shelley's older sister, as he called it. Does not look like Franklin would go for a steal. Yeah, we do take it. So let's see which lane we commit it on. That would not surprise me to go for another mid push here.
Well, the dragon is up here in a couple of seconds, so it looks like Franklin's looking to make a play for that Infernal Drake.
Yeah, but there it is. They do commit it onto that mid lane. That most likely would be that tower. I cannot imagine it staying
Sheila
alive.
walking down,
There
getting
it
that
is.
charge in. Looks like, are we going to try to get a safeguard on Sheila? No, unfortunately Sheila goes down with a whack to the back.
Yeah, but that was huge. That's huge off of Tiffin getting the first tower down. Alright, the dragon does spawn. It looks like there's going to be a huge fight for this dragon. So much damage.
They committed every single bit of CC they had onto that Lulu. So
Yeah,
that might put them into a little bit of a disadvantage for this fight coming up here.
But they have a 5v4. This could be big for Franklin here. They could be just taking that dragon for free. Unless Tiffin wants to go for a steal, which might look like they're going to, but good defense. It does look like he's coming in. Does miss the grab.
Seraphine landing good ult. Nico, good follow up.
Chaos ensues.
Tiffin does end up going down here. Cadenator popping off. Aatrox taking a person with him.
Dragon's getting down to 100. It looks like it's just a back and forth brawl, but it looks like Franklin is coming out in the end, and we'll be taking that Drake. Right, and we do see Tiffin starting to spawn back in ever slowly. Let's see if Franklin will take advantage off of this. Honestly, a 4v3, 4v2. Love to see. Alrighty. Those look like our tower is so low. These minions might finish it off. No, they do not, but honestly, any amount of damage will finish that off. And so is our top. Our top is very low as well. Alright, just de-warding our jungle here, making sure they have no vision on us. Doesn't look like any certain team doesn't want to push too much, but it does look like we will lose that tower. The tower is such low HP, wouldn't surprise me if it does go down from those minions. It looks like we decided to change our strategy a little bit. Looks like we're having 2 in our mid lane instead of 2 bottom. See if that helps a little bit. No, the tower does end up going down with it being such low HP. And so is another one. So far, it looks like Franklin has learned what they have to do to beat Tiffin at their own game. This aggression is looking great from Franklin here. For the first time in the game so far, Franklin has a gold advantage over Tiffin, and a kill advantage. Aatrox may even go down here. He's so
Nope.
low.
Hey, that Aatrox ult giving him that crazy regeneration and lifesteal. Mordekaiser doing that flash. That was very risky, and it will cost him his life. It looks like.
No, he does get the kill and able to get out of it. That was a good kill into the Mordekaiser. That was a good commitment off of him, but it was really risky. If he went down, that's a free tower right then and there. A little bit of health regen from those minions, trying to get them back when that Mordekaiser comes in.
Here comes Kindred trying to clean up Mordekaiser's mess. He will dash out. Unfortunately, she shouldn't chase here, but if she does, it's going to be quite risky because she's
there's a commitment. One goes down from Tiffin.
Oh, there are three actually mid.
Yeah, the Nico does take out a guy.
And Karthus is blowing up Kindred. Oh my goodness.
So low, but
he is on fire. He does survive.
Yeah.
He is using his ultimate.
A red turret does go down, so it looks like Franklin has 3 turrets to R1. So this could be a big moment for Franklin to take advantage of any certain map control.
He tried.
Try to stop the challenge and they're unable to. Our guys are moving to that bottom row. That bottom lane, maybe trying to take advantage of it. Yeah, looks like Tiffin's caught off in the back foot a little bit. They may need to be a little bit more aggressive trying to take these towers, because again, right now Franklin seems to be having a pretty solid lead right now, but we'll ever see. Oh, this may be a big team fight here. Oh, it does go down. That may be stopping them. Does come through. A blue charge just goes down. Looks like
Aatrox is pushing top, while they're all fighting down here in the bottom river.
Yeah. Oh, that's big damage.
Mordekaiser ulting the Zed, which is a very interesting choice, since Zed can just do exactly what he did. And
but all this damage onto Tiffin does not look like they can stop it. Again, another dragon most likely going into the hands of Franklin here.
Does look like Aatrox is looking to try to take a second T2 here, or their first T2 rather. Second turret.
Yeah, but that was a pretty big investment from Tiffin there. It did not seem like it went off into fruition, and again another big gold advantage coming in for Franklin here. Currently a 1v5, so this could be big damage onto any turrets across the field. As I just said, that's huge damage from that Nico right there. Alright, looks like everyone from Tiffin is back alive. We'll have to see again what damage they could do to Tiffin. Because so far, Franklin has a big dragon kills gold. They have every form of advantage so far. Tiffin has to do something here to equalize. Alright, so go back to the poking prodding game, trying to see whose team will overcommit. But again, Franklin's seem kind of pretty right now with all their damage and all that. This could be pretty good for them. Does look like there's a 650 bounty onto one of the Franklin players. That could be huge. That could be a huge kill if Tiffin manages to get that. I'll be just waiting for the Mordekaiser, or not Mordekaiser, the that worm thing to spawn in the middle. Name escapes me for a second, but could be a big commitment onto that dragon or onto that monster to see who can take it. Alright, it looks like again just going back to the poking and prodding, seeing which team can go for an advantage or not. This could be a big team fight happening. It doesn't look like it. Looks like the Franklin will be backing off of that. But still, a heavy bottom jungle commitment for Franklin here. I think there's about 3 to 4 people in this bottom jungle that could be waiting for that next dragon to spawn.
Or it does look like Franklin would much rather take that Baron Nashor.
Tiffin has I assume if Tiffin doesn't take this Baron Nashor, I think this might be a game for Tiffin here, because with so much damage done and all the buffs you get from that Baron Nashor would be absolutely just devastating for Tiffin.
Looks like they're trying to collapse on Kindred here.
It's a possibility. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen though. Does look like it's gonna get out. That's smart, breaking that boost so they can't just go over. Looks like they're not going for the Baron Nashor, at least for now. We're only sending one person for it. It could be their Atrax. I'm not quite sure. Right now, it just looks like Franklin wants heavy mid control, so he can go to either direction. I'll have to see who will commit to what. Just more poking, more prodding, trying to get more levels, as we do see again a big level advantage for Franklin here. Are dewarding this top area. Not sure, but again, it looks like Tiffin is choosing to ignore the Baron Nashor.
It looks like they're trying to make a play for this soul, so Franklin doesn't get away with a infernal dragon soul, which is going to give them a buttload of damage.
Yeah, but in the meantime, it looks like there's going to be another team fight here. Let's see if Tiffin can take it, because so far in this one compared to the last one, Franklin has been very decisive in their team fights. Looks like Franklin wants to go early, just to make sure Tiffin has no chance in stealing this dragon that will be spawning soon. So much damage onto one of those Tiffin members. Honestly, Franklin's health looks pretty good so far. Some people go down. One person actually does go down onto Franklin, and this is an all-out brawl.
It does look like 3 people have already gone down on Franklin. 4 on Franklin have gone down. It looks
all
like
5
of them have been taken down, which is going to give Tiffin dragon priority here. They're going to take this dragon and probably start looking for pushes, or maybe even looking to take that Baron Nashor.
We'll see, but this is going to be a huge advantage. But with people being so low, they have to be careful for when people come back, because if people come back and they're already still so low, they could just take a fight. But honestly, this could be just absolutely pivotal for Tiffin. This is exactly what they needed to win. And again, from all that money, I believe one of the Franklin people had a $650 bounty on them.
Yep, that was the Nico, the mid laner, who hasn't died up until this point.
Yeah, and this is where you see Tiffin just regain that gold advantage, and you see them going probably even they're leaving the Baron Nashor alone. Doesn't look like Tiffin took advantage of the Franklin people going down, because Franklin are now back. Oh, I have to see what Tiffin has here. Looks like could be a mid-fight here soon. Doesn't look. Never mind. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're backing off. Does look like Tiffin did regain a little bit of the level advantage because it's a little bit more even now. So this is a good comeback from Tiffin if they get able to take this. Baron Nashor does go down. It looks like to Franklin there. This could be a tower, absolutely for free.
Aatrox looking to take this bot tower. I'm probably even going to start pushing towards the T2 here.
Yeah, they do take the tower. This is good for Tiffin here.
Franklin trying to force a Baron Nashor here. Tiffin looking for the steal. Looks like Nautilus caught far out of position here. Gets a little bit bullied. They do take the Baron Nashor, but it looks like Nautilus is going to lose that Baron buff immediately due to the fact that he died here. Zeri looking for the initiate, running down that Seraphine, bringing her to half health, avoiding that Mordekaiser E. That's going to be a big help here. Mordekaiser getting run down. If Mordekaiser dies here, he loses his Baron buff, and he's a very pivotal member of Franklin's team here.
Yeah, this could be huge for Tiffin to be able to take down this.
Oh, there down goes the Mordekaiser. Meaning that he does lose that Baron Nashor buff, meaning that it's only for the 3 people that are currently alive.
Yeah, that's huge for Tiffin. Even though they lose that Baron Nashor, only 3 people are able to do it. And it's not even their big heavy hitters. Their big heavy hitters did go down during that, so that was a good play from Tiffin.
Doesn't look like they do have Nico or somebody dwelling in this lane. Yep, there is Nico. Massive Nico with 3 stacked health bars.
Yeah, and Nico being level 17, almost to that level 18, could be really strong. Could be really dangerous too. Tiffin regained a good kill deficit because they were like Franklin had like almost double the kills onto Tiffin, so it's good to see Tiffin still showing they have it into them to win. Alrighty, and if we go back, we're probably waiting for another dragon to spawn. Yeah, we see an Inferno Drake coming in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So far, the dragons have been highly contested, seeing who can steal them. So far, it's gone in Tiffin's favor. We'll have to see if Franklin has anything to say about it.
Kindred was here taking the Raptors, but she gets ran off by the team. Aatrox running after her, hitting her with the W. She does leap out of it.
That's a good disengagement right there, not wanting to go down. This could be a big fight in the mid. There are 3 players on both teams here. Does look like the Drake is coming in about a minute. Let's see which team prioritizes on it.
Lulu already taking that position of dewarding, getting ran down by the Nico here.
Looks like she's just gonna get burnt down so fast. That was such good consolidation, and it looks like Tiffin may have another one falling. That's huge from Franklin. That's such a huge play from Tiffin there. And gets hooked before he can go back. This could be big for Franklin. That's another turn goes down for Tiffin. This could be really bad because their players are going to be back for another 25 seconds. Franklin can just walk in and take the 3v5 and do massive damage to the inhibitors.
Looks like Franklin's looking to back off and reset, but it looks like they are trying to pick a fight on the Seraphine here.
Does look like Franklin is going to back off, give a little space. We will see some level 18s coming in. First from our Aatrox there. Alright, as everyone's certainly getting back, we'll see what Tiffin can do here, because again, they seem to be a little bit down on turrets, but... And there's the dragon.
That is an Infernal Soul. It's going to give him a buttload of damage here.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Let's see if Franklin will use it to push even further into the spawn of Tiffin. Right, so we're just wandering around trying to find where people are, maybe taking some monsters, getting some more EXP. We'll see what people have planned next. Looks like this is going to be a big commitment on the bottom. This could be a big team fight here. This could be a decider. Yeah, all 5 members of Franklin are on the bottom. Actually, on the mid, more. Those look like Tiffin's able to push them back. I hear a big commotion. This could be a commitment sign. Nautilus is being hit up. It is being stunned. Might go down here. It is going to go down. This could be a huge fight for them because this is currently 5v4. Looks like one person.
Canyon are going for the initiate, but he will get CC'd and killed immediately. Mordekaiser finally being able to use that ultimate, which he didn't get to use last game. Nico popping her ult here. Getting that stun off. Going to really be a tide turner of this fight.
This is a huge brawl, but honestly, it looks
Kindred
like
getting picked off here. Aatrox is the final member standing with Breno here.
Yeah, but
Aatrox reaps the soul of that Mordekaiser, and Aatrox is now going to try to run down the Nico, who does root him.
I don't think he'll be able to get him because I think the Nico is able to escape pretty easily. But honestly, that seems like a little bit of overinvestment for Tiffin because it seems like that person who went in alone just got stunned up and killed so fast.
Fortunately, that tends to happen when you get separated from the pack.
It looks like both teams are going to be spawning in soon, so it looks like there might be a reset. No one can take advantage of it. This is a pretty close game for this compared to the last one. Alright, as everyone is now back into the game, based on Tiffin's side, this in the next 4 seconds, let's see if we can take advantage of the close 5v4 we currently have. Ooh, we just see the Baron Nashor will be spawning in about 10 seconds. Last time they went to the Franklin, but because Tiffin was able to take off 2 members right after they got the buff, it didn't really happen. It didn't really help them at all. Let's see if Tiffin will take it this time or do the same kind of play. Does look like it does look like people want to fight for this Baron Nashor. We'll see if anyone can take advantage of it. All right, Nautilus doesn't hit a really good hook. Does hurt the person. That could be a go signal. Looks like Tiffany's able to recover, but that was a really good hook in. Forcing a lot of abilities out from Tiffin. Oh, this is playing aggressive here. Might be looking for another hook.
I believe they're looking. Both teams are looking to kill some members of the other before they actually start fighting.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to take too much because again, if you use more onto the Baron Nashor, use your abilities, use all that.
Now Mordekaiser immediately popping that ult there could be fatal here.
And again, this will be a huge team fight. This is just chaos. Everyone's getting so low. One person does go down onto Franklin, and this Mordekaiser is so low. It does go down.
There's Kindred standing all by herself.
And this could be a free Baron Nashor for Tiffin.
I believe it will be since now it's a 2v5.
Yeah, I don't think unless they're going for a steal that Franklin will take it. And this could be a huge turnaround for Tiffin because they need to get these towers down. And again, when people look at these long respawn times, oh, this could be huge if this person goes down for Tiffin. And they do this. That could be huge. It's a 1v5 currently, and the next person will be spawning in for 10 whole seconds. This could be a huge turnaround for Tiffin. Yeah, because everyone's dead. Everyone can take advantage of this of the buff that everyone gets, including the minions. The minions are now going to do increased damage. And just like that, another turret goes down. Tiffin taking good advantage of this. Yeah, we'll take one turret down, but that's still really good for us because now we're at a 4-4 turret advantage, equal kills, and we still have a goal advantage.
It looks like Tiffin University getting ready to set up for the Elder Drake, a dragon that gives them a lot of damage, attack speed. I mean, not attack speed, it just gives them damage and grants an execute when enemies get to a low enough health percentage.
Yeah. And we'll have to see if they can take it because again, there's been huge fights for these controls because this is to the part of the game where you need these kills on these dragons and these Oh, this Nautilus maybe caught out. Good hook into the wall to get him out of there. And we continuously see huge fights for these dragons and these Baron Nashers, so we'll have to see if we have another one. Yellow Dragon just is now coming in. Mordekaiser just breaks that for health regen. This could be huge. This could be a decider fight. Dragon is chasing the Tiffin members. Never mind, starts walking back. It'd be good if you can just kite them into the kite the dragon to follow you. You have good placement advantage. But he's going back to that Dragon Den. Currently still have Tiffin with that with the buff from that Mordekaiser. Here it comes, that big fight we were looking for.
I do believe this is Franklin's fight to win. For Nico got that big.
Oh yeah,
this
is huge for this is huge for Franklin. Tiffin members falling left and right. This could be it. If Franklin takes a dragon here. Now honestly, because sure everyone goes down on Tiffin, but only 2 people survived. This could still be good for Tiffin. I don't think they can really take advantage of this.
They can't take that Elder Dragon because that was their jungler that died, the Kindred. So they don't have the smite to take it.
No, and they can't even. They might do a little bit of damage onto Tiffin's towers in the middle, but honestly, only 2 players. They can't really do too much. Well, that may have been a lost fight for Tiffin, but that still was a good fight.
Mordekaiser might be able to take a turret.
Yeah, he's
mid turret right here.
Yeah, but still, that's it. When all 5, when it's a team wipe, you assume you're able to take so much more, but they could be taking this beacon here as well. They might just.
I believe they're gonna get at the inhibitor, yeah.
And they just back out. That's a smart play from Franklin there, getting with the cannon, backing out. And this is you're gonna see another 5v5 most likely. The Elder Dragon is still there. That Nautilus is half health. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. And they do. That was such a good consolidation play from Tiffin. They just see the 2 players still half health, and they just collapse on them. So this is a 5v3 now. Looks like Tiffin might be going towards that dragon. That Elder Dragon could be Tiffin's here, unless Franklin goes for a steal. Gets into half health. Does not. Here it is. Here comes Franklin. They might be going for a steal.
Kindred put herself in a bad position for the steal. Elder Dragon goes to us, which is going to mean that now we have executes on every single attack, regardless of it being auto or spellcast.
Yeah, this is going to be big for Tiffin. Let's see if we can take advantage of this, because we may have the damage advantage, but right now, Franklin still has the advantage in our spawn. They've taken out an inhibitor and another tower. We need to take advantage of this time. Yeah, this buff is going to be really important for us to take advantage of. And here we go. Looks like Tiffin does want to go for it. That's huge damage. Oh my gosh, that just destroyed. The huge kill.
Aatrox getting out that Guardian Angel, meaning that now once a time per like 240 seconds, I want to say, something like that, you can get back to life.
We'll see.
It looks like somebody was coming through the jungle here, the bot side jungle, to collapse on Tiffin.
Yeah. Outer buff still going on, so we'll see if he can take advantage. Big damage onto the Tiffin player, but looks like he's going to be able to back off. This is a long one. There we go. There's a turret down. That's what we need. We need to get these turrets down. There's another one. This is good aggression off of Tiffin.
Going for the inhibitor here, trying to get those super minions.
We just equalized off of everything Franklin did this entire match, and we're still in their spawn. We're pretty healthy. I want to see if we can take another tower. Looks like we're kiting for one. Yeah, looks like we're going for another tower.
Franklin looking to fight over this bot T3, but we do yoink it from them.
This is really smart for Tiffin. All right, Baron Nashor does spawn back in. Let's see if Tiffin, with their damage bonuses, could take it. I'll have to see. Everyone's getting to this level 18. So far, everyone besides one person on Tiffin is level 18, and 2 people are not for Franklin here. So we'll have to see if these just big brawls just happen. The Baron Nashor is being taken from Tiffin. Let's see if Franklin goes for a seal. Does not look like they will be able to, no matter what. And Baron Nashor does get taken down. That's another damage bonus onto Tiffin. They're going to be dealing out massive damage with these buffs. And here comes a fight. It looks like Nautilus engages with the hook, wanting to get rid of these Baron Nashor buffs. And then
no, I do think that was Aatrox, so I do think Aatrox will come. That was Zeri, not Aatrox. I'm sorry.
This is a good fight for Franklin. They're taking down our buffs. This could be game. This could be bad for Tiffin because these spawns are so long. Currently, it's a 2v4. If Franklin walks into her spawn, I think they could take it. They could potentially take it. Really low. Franklin pushing the advantage. Let's see if they can take it. Just doing more and more damage onto our top laner.
There goes Cadenator, ripping into the Kindred, getting out on the process of it with his shadow clones.
Yeah, he does. You're able to kill onto Franklin there, and that's really good because now he can go back to spawn, heal up, and then join the fight for the rest of his team. This is pretty good for Tiffin. It's going to be a 2v3, so I don't think Franklin can capitalize onto the spawn.
I believe they'd have to back up and just start turtling, but if they play the turtle game at this point, they would still lose here.
Yeah, because look at this. Our Tiffin players are now spawning in, and Franklin has a person on respawn for 30 seconds. This could be big for Tiffin to take some advantage and take some space. Well, we're gonna have to see if a person can take advantage. Another Elder Dragon will be spawning in about 2 minutes. This is gonna be a long one.
Nautilus has revealed my map using a glow root.
Alrighty, it does look like everyone's just waiting for that Elder Dragon. Could be spawning at any time now. Guys, he's taking a little bit of poke damage, but he's wisely backing off. Does not want to take that 3v1, but the teammates does come to help him. Fortunately, that Nautilus does miss his hook, and so far, most of Franklin engages have been off of that Nautilus hook. Isolating someone, taking him down, that's been huge for them.
Aatrox uncontested, pushing top lane to the top T3 here, looking to take all the turrets down.
And there it is. There's the hook from Nautilus, getting someone immediately down to half HP.
Gets grabbed on. Karthus also gets Lulu ulted, and then followed by a Seraphine ultimate. However, down goes Seraphine. Nautilus getting ran all the way up towards the Dragon Pit. Gets picked off by Cadenator. Unfortunately, Zeri's left to fend for herself against the Kindred and does get picked off. The Kindred now trying to make a quick escape, with Tiffin collapsing on her.
This could be it for Tiffin. This person is so low because
Kindred, good ult there, making herself immortal at the perfect time. However, it also works vice versa, leaving one of the Tiffin members alive. Down goes Kindred.
They could be another inhibitor here.
Nico making a quick escape, getting grabbed, I believe. Nope, just slightly missing her.
No, but this is huge off of Tiffin. They can be taking
Tiffin
off both
now
these
collapsing
towers.
Here on the inner turrets.
Yeah,
Nico letting herself get grabbed. Nico,
this could be game.
Nico does go down, and here Tiffin now
here
in the base, easily taking that Nexus here.
Just Nexus is so low. Let's see if Tiffin can take it, and it does go down. Looks like Tiffin does win this out. This was a long, drawn-out battle, but Tiffin definitely takes in the end. See GG's in the chat. We'll have to go on to the next. Alright, and we see massive damage. We see the card that's having 71,000 damage. That's as the meme says, now that's a lot of damage.
Of course, there's the great distribution between all of Franklin's players as well.
Alright, well, and we'll mostly be back with a post-game interview after this. We're going to figure out who's going to have it. Alright, back with that. Alright, and we're back. That was a nice victory over Franklin there. What was your game plan going to the second one? Because it seemed like they banned a lot of your first map picks.
Well, we kind of just wanted to do what we practiced. Some champs that we weren't really comfortable with since the first game was really kind of a stomp. So we just kind of picked what we wanted to do, see what we wanted to put into the team, kind of incorporate, and kind of build around that. So, yeah.
Absolutely, and we saw big team fights. What goes into those giant 5v5 team fights that decided most of these maps?
For the most part, we wanted to look for see if anyone was just stuck out, see if we could make a play on them. Like especially the Nautilus would walk out, or even on their side when they see me just overstep with all the Nautilus hooks I got hit by. But we kind of look at that, and then we start building off who's their carry. And obviously Nico did pretty well, so we wanted to target her in most of those team fights and kind of get her out.
Alright, final question is, for next week, we're facing Ohio Northern, most likely our rivals, definitely. What is your plan for them? What do you think about going into them?
Oh, they're definitely really good. In terms of skill, I don't think we match up very well. So we have to kind of find something to play around, kind of get a comp. We need to make sure our comms are good and see if we can try to beat them, because it'll definitely be a big achievement.
Alright, thank you so much.
Yep.
Alright, that should be our final game for the weekend. Join us next time as we go into our next games.